Hey y'all, I'm just getting everything together.
I've been working for 2 years on applications.
Because we are doing something new tonight, y'all. Okay? Oh, well, let's turn the TV on. Because I was watching Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was, and we did.
It's the thing, you know. We went, hey, Janita, how are you? How are you doing? Okay. All right. It looks so good. Look, I'm trying something new tonight, y'all. So y'all bear with me. But I'm here with y'all in these tiki-taki streets, you know, because y'all loyal. How you doing? IMD and Grim, how are you? Thanks for coming on in. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Let's see. What else we doing? Oh, if you see me doing like this, it's because I'm streaming to another social media platform. So I got to kind of keep them in my peripheral so they'll know. Hey, Janita. How you doing? Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Hey, Margot. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm doing something different tonight. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. We'll find out. Hey, Apple user. I hope you're doing all right. Okay. I know it's the 4th of July, and everybody's like, well, really? Really? But look, at this point in the day, you've either already eaten your 4th of July and you got itis. You ain't got nothing to do anyway for another couple of hours because it ain't dark yet. Fireworks don't start till like 9-ish. Right? Okay. All right. So I hope you guys had a great time. Or if you're getting ready to barbecue, somebody have a hot dog for me. Or a piece of chicken. Or maybe a rib. Okay? Because here, we didn't do the grill thing because there's nobody here but me and the dog, right? And my husband had to work. My daughter's in Myrtle Beach. My son's down in North Carolina. My other daughter's with her mother. It's just me and the dog. And I'm not going outside in this heat to go fire up no grill for a hot dog and a piece of chicken. Maybe 2 because I put some to the side for the hub. So we're not doing that today. Actually, I am going to be cooking some stir fry after we're done here. Tastes good to me. It's still food, right? But I want you guys to enjoy your 4th. I hope you have so far, right? But I'm doing something special. So this is what we're doing today. We are still talking travel, but we're doing a Friday version where we're sharing it with other people. You know, I'm trying not to be selfish. Okay? Okay? So let me go ahead and get started. But while you guys are coming into the room, go ahead and show some love by double tapping the screen. Boop, 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 boop. Katora Davidson. Look, when y'all say those words, I'm interested. You see this book? Your name goes in the book, Katora. Make sure you're following me, Katora, so that we can connect, okay? And with the H, Davidson. I got you, girl. I got you. Okay? All right. Thank you, Katora, for the follow, and I'm going to follow you right back, okay? Your account is private, so you'll have to accept my request. My brother told me to go eat some barbecue. I ain't cooked no barbecue, Kenny. I really didn't. So I'm having stir fry. And you know I'm house hop, so I ain't doing that. So make sure you guys come on in, double tap that screen, because when I get to 10,000 likes, I am giving away free travel giveaways. All right? Free travel giveaways. And I'm torn between a 5-day, 4-night luxury cruise for 2 or stay in Cancun. I don't know. We'll see. Whichever one I pick, that's what's going to happen. But in the meantime, the only way we're going to do that is when we get to 10,000 likes. So go ahead and double tap that screen. Boop, 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 boop. Share the live, because I want to know. Ooh, speaking of sharing the live, you know what? Let me go and take care of that myself right now. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. But share the live, because I want to know who you know. I really do. And the more people you share the live, they come in, they tap the screen. I'm giving out vouchers all over the place. You get a voucher. You get a voucher. Even those who are in the peekaboo room, you know, you watching, but you're not really watching. Come on in. Ain't nobody in here but me and the dog. Okay? There's plenty of room. All right? Hey, Sophia. Thank you for following me. I'll follow you right back. You know your account is private, girl. So you're gonna have to let me in. All right. So we are going to be talking all things travel. And if you've never been here before, you've never seen my face, my name is Tracy. I am a travel professional, okay? I have 2 businesses in travel. Awesome, Sophia. 2 businesses. One, I am an independent travel agent, which means I make money when I book travel for me, myself, my family, or my friends, right? And I'm a travel marketing rep, which means I make money for when I'm not booking travel for myself, my family, and my friends. Both of those businesses together give me the opportunity to earn up to 8 streams of income. And I found out recently that millionaires, they're working on 7 streams of income. All right, I got you millionaires. I'm on the road. And so now I'm doing a Q&A, question and answer. Excuse me, y'all. Question and answer about the travel business, being a travel agent, being part of the travel industry, which is $10 trillion strong, y'all. Trillion with a T. Okay? All right? And I don't know about y'all because I pulled out the old calculator when I did it on my phone. But 0.5% of 10 trillion came out to about 50 mil. I don't know about y'all, but I can pay a couple of bills with $50 million. That's not to say you're going to start your business today and join my team and make $50 million today, but you'll be well on the road too, okay? Because it's quite possible. But we'll get to talking about that in a couple of minutes, okay? All right? So if you got questions, I've got answers. Be sure to put your questions in the chat, okay? Because then I will see them, right? Okay? And then I will answer them. Or you can just go straight to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. That's going to give you an amazing sneak peek into the world of travel and how you can be your own travel boss, how you can join me on the money-making side of travel. And yes, there is a money-making side of travel. I just want you to know that. I found out. Who am I? I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm going to let y'all know. So put your questions in the chat or put them in my inbox. Now, if you're not following me, you ain't going to be able to find me. So make sure you're following me, all right? And don't forget to double tap the screen, share the live, and if you really want to be bold over here on the tiki-taki, go ahead and grab that little orange heart up there. It helps both of us, trust me. Okay? Okay. Now, let me do a little housekeeping so we can get that all out the way, right? Y'all see travelagentworkshop.com, right? When you go to type that in your browser, do not put www. Do you see a www? No, you don't need a www, so don't put it. Do not put THE in front of it, okay? You don't need it. It's a link all its own. And when you get to travelagentworkshop.com, you're going to see on the right-hand side a row of a column actually of beautiful people. The first girl, she's got some beautiful locks and she's working on her laptop at the beach, y'all, working her business. All right. The second guy is smiling like the Joker into his phone. You know, he either FaceTiming and showing off or he doing a serious selfie, right? The third couple, they have cameras, they're taking pictures of themselves and everything around them. I envision that they are traveling and they're taking pictures of castles, because that would be me, okay? Scroll just a little further down and you'll get to 3 boxes. One of them is going to ask you for your first name. We don't need your last name. We don't want your last name. Look, we don't even need your good government first name if you're not trying to give it, all right? Maybe you're in your own version of the witness protection. It's okay. It's okay. You can put Teddy Bear 22 in there, all right? Just as long as you put a working email address and this code, TNIGHT5602, all right? They're going to send you an email. It's all free before you start wondering what does it cost. The workshop is free. The video that they're going to send you is free. It is a start and stop video. So if you got to stop the video to go to the bathroom, it ain't even that long, seriously. But if you got to stop the video to go to the bathroom, stop the video. Because I don't know about you, but because when I got to go, I can't think. Pause. Stop the video. If you got to walk the dog, let the dog out. Let the dog out. Do you really want the dog to not be able to go out? Okay. Start and stop video at your own pace, right? Now, if you go to travelagentworkshop.com and you put your name in there, the email and the code, and you don't get that email within like 20 minutes, right? Check your junk file and your spam folder because maybe it got booted off over there for some odd reason, okay? Maybe it got booted off. And then if it's still not there, you come back and say, Tracy, I didn't get the link. You can put it in the chat or you can DM me, inbox me and say, Tracy, I didn't get the link. I didn't get the email. And I'll make sure you get the link. We good with that? We good? All right. All right. I got to get some water. It's hot. I got my fan on, and I got Gunther over here too. Okay, part 2 of housekeeping. Okay, there are 3 outcomes to going to travelagentworkshop.com. Okay, all right. The first outcome, when you go to travelagentworkshop.com and you get my code and you get the email, they're gonna send you the video. You're gonna watch the video. You're gonna be like, oh my God, that makes sense. Oh, okay, wow, all right. Since I've been doing, okay. What do I do now, Tracy, to start my business and join your team? And yes, I said just like that because I manifest. Okay, so you're gonna scroll all the way down. You're gonna get to a part where it's gonna say, what's next, blah blah blah, and then there's a link over here that says click here. Just get to that point, right? Because you don't have to wait the whole 3 days. I didn't wait the whole 3 days. I watched the first video. I was convinced. I was confirmed. I was like, yes, let's do this. Okay. So that's the first outcome. The second outcome of going to travelagentworkshop.com is that you're going to get the video. You're going to watch the video. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, it definitely makes sense. But Tracy, they got to a part where they were like, wah, 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 wah. And I was like, huh? And I got a question. So ask your question. If I'm still here, you can drop it in the chat. I'm going to answer your question. If not, you can go into my inbox, DM me. I'm going to answer your question. And when I do, you're going to be like, well, duh, makes sense. Okay, Tracy, what do I need to do to start my business and join your team again? Keep scrolling. Scroll all the way to the end, right? The third outcome of going to travelagentworkshop.com is you're going to watch the video. You're going to agree with everybody else. It makes sense because it does. It makes sense, right? But you're going to be like, you know what though, Tracy? I don't think it's for me right now. And I've learned it had nothing to do with the fact that you want to travel more, you love traveling, you want to save money in travel, or you want to make money in travel. It has nothing to do with that, right? I find that there is a financial glitch in the giddy up, okay, right? They're not aligning, the money's acting funny. And when I say that, let me say this. If my money don't do what I need my money to do when I need my money to do it, I'm pretty sure I'm not finding it funny. But I get it. I've used the phrase myself before, so I get it. The money's acting funny. All right. Hi, Gio. I'm cutting that down. I will nickname y'all. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to follow you right back. Okay? Thank you. All right. So, or my favorite, you weren't planning to start your business today when you jumped into this live, okay? And I get that. The amazing thing about the workshop is that it is 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, okay? So when the financial stars align and the money's not acting funny anymore and you're ready to start your business and join my team, go to travelagentworkshop.com, use my code TNIGHT5602. And if you're hanging out with us tonight just for a hot minute or something like that, and you say, well, I'm gonna go, and then you get there, realize, oh, where was I supposed to go? Go ahead, screenshot this. Okay, so if you do it at 2:30 in the morning, I may not be awake. But then again, I'm retired now, so I might. Anyway, you can ask me questions then. But you can always go to travelagentworkshop.com. Just don't forget the code. Okay? We good with that? We good with that? Okay, great. Now, for those of you who just came in, my name is Tracy. I am a travel professional. And as a travel professional, I never, ever, 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 ever have to pay more for travel ever again. Ever again. All right? And we are having a Q&A about the travel business. Now, if you got questions, don't think it's crazy, don't think it's stupid, don't think of none of that. Because I learned in the 7th grade that the dumbest question that you have is the one you do not ask. So ask your questions. You can write down there. If you want nobody to know your business, go ahead and inbox me. I'll answer your questions. And I'm going to keep asking you. Double tap that screen like that. Take your finger. Double tap. Or send me some hearts. Show me some love. Show me that right there. Hold on. I got to close this right quick because I don't know what it's doing over there, but I'm going to close that. All right. So there's that, right? Because when we get to 10,000 likes, I will be giving away a travel voucher. Free travel voucher. And it's not just one person who's going to get it. Anybody within the sound of my voice who can see my pretty face will get one when they go to my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and your email address. Will get a voucher when we get to 10,000 likes. Loves to Dance 1948. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to follow you right back. Okay, cool. Your account is private, so you'll have to accept that when you get a chance. But thank you for the follow. All right. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get right on into it. Right. I told you we're going to be talking about travel. And if you got questions, you can put them down there. But I have a list of frequently asked questions that I run into either when I'm talking to people or when they're here in my live. All right. So I'm going to go over those. So if you don't have your questions all typed up and ready to go, that's okay, because I got questions. Okay. And answers. All right. I am here in the DMV. And if you don't know what that is, that's the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm in the Maryland part of that. Okay. I'm not born and raised here. I was born and raised in Gary, Indiana. Now, if my brother is still watching, he might not like this part, but it's the truth. It is the TR roof. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to travel as a kid. I really didn't. I didn't. My world was slightly up under the poverty line. I grew up in the world of first of the month welfare checks, food stamps, and clothing vouchers. Okay, that's the way it was. Now, I'm not saying it was the worst childhood. Okay, but what it was not was one of those things where we're going this year for our vacation. Where do you want to go for your vacation? No, we didn't have that. I didn't have that. Hey, Jennifer, didn't have that. Right. If I wanted to travel, I plopped my little skinny butts right there in front of the TV and watched The Love Boat. I watched Fantasy Island. As time went on, I watched Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, right? I didn't really get a chance to go anywhere until I joined the military, right? Thank you so much for the heart me. Thank you so much. Okay? Yeah, I didn't get to do that. They sent me over to Germany in a great big old plane. That was my first time being on a plane, y'all. First time. Because they told me I couldn't walk, couldn't catch a bus, couldn't take a train, not all the way to Germany. So I had to take the plane. Hated it. I did. But I got there, right? And while I was there, I got to see some beautiful places. Places I only dreamed of, like Paris and London and Belgium and Amsterdam. And even to this day, to know that I had been to those places, considering the only time I ever thought I would see those places was on TV and in magazines, okay? So I saw that and I knew then, oh, travel must be a part of my life forever. Okay? And I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to happen. So when they put me back on stateside, they dropped me off in Virginia. But that's where I met my husband. Together we have 3 children and a fur baby. But our children are children. They grown with children. Okay? That part. So, we have a nice little quiet family, and I love it, right? But traveling is my thing, y'all. And I went on my first cruise in 2009, all right? Okay? Now, I have been booking our cruises, planning our cruises, our trips since 2009, okay? Now, this is going to make sense in a second. And I had a good time doing it. Didn't use a travel agent. I have never used a travel agent. I did it myself, right? No problem. So when I decided I was going to retire from my good government job, which turned out to be not, I mean, it was a good job, but who knew? You know, do I even have to go there? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? The climate has changed. There's new people over here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And instead of waiting to retire in 2 years, I retired now. Right? My last day of work was March 31st. Right? I thought I better get out before they put me out. Okay? So my plan B, to be a travel agent, got moved up to being my main plan, right? And I don't regret it. I actually wish I had started much, much sooner. But it is what it is. I is here now, all right? And absolutely loving it. That's why I am here, me, Tracy, talking to you about the travel business, doing a Q&A, answering your questions that you might have about being a travel agent. Because if you're somebody like me who loves to travel, who wants to be able to travel more, who wants to save on travel and make money in travel, then you're definitely in the right place, talking to the right person. Okay? All right. And that's what we're doing. Okay? Good. Now, here are some of the things that I found out when I was doing my research, because as a Army veteran, you know, they taught me to dot I's, cross T's, and everything is in triplicate. Okay. So I found some things out when I was deciding I was going to be a travel agent. 85% of the people who are booking travel today, and yes, they are still booking travel today. Okay. They're still booking travel today. right? Because people still got to go back and forth to work. Those executive corporate people who go from New York to California on the regular, oh, somebody got to put them on a flight in a luxurious hotel because they ain't staying in a Motel 6. Okay. And then driving the Audis, the Beamers, right? You got to book all that, right? Right? So that's still happening. People are still getting married, so they have to fly to go to their honeymoons for most times, right? Babies are being born. Grandmas and grandpas got to go see the new G babies. I mean, kids are coming and going back and forth to college, and not all of them are going to school right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So travel is still a thing. It is recession proof. It is COVID proof. All right. I have been cruising every year since 2009, except the year of COVID when they shut everything down, and the year we bought our home. Because we did what the lady said. She said, don't you buy nothing until you close on this house. If you need gas in your car, you better start searching through the couch cushions, because that's the only way you're going to put some change in that car. And we did that. So we bought our home. But those are the only times that we purposely did not cruise. Okay? So travel is still relevant. And 85% of people are out there and they will tell you to your face, I don't need no stinking travel agent because I know how to do it myself. I've been doing it myself. I don't need a travel agent. And you know what? They're right. I was there. I didn't use a travel agent. They're right. But what I found out was that they were doing it, and they are doing it for free. As a travel agent, you get paid by commission, right? And I think some of us kind of already knew that. You know, it's like, well, how else they going to get paid? Who else is paying them? But I think most of us thought as we were booking our stuff, right? They were thinking, oh, they're going to charge me extra if I use a travel agent. No, that ain't how to do it. That's not who's paying the travel agent, okay? It is the providers who are paying the travel agent. But if you're doing it yourself because you don't need a travel agent, you're not getting the commission. None of it. Okay? But here's the part that's going to really make you go, wait a minute, what did you just say to me? Because that's how I felt. I found out that there is a commission attached to everything in travel. Everything. So when you book that rental car, there's a commission. That hotel, the flight commission, the cruise, the all-inclusive resorts commission. You go into Jamaica, commissions, all of that. There's a commission attached to it. And when you book it and you're not a travel agent, guess who's getting that money that you did all the work for? The something.coms, you know, the Expedias, the Kayaks, the Travagos, booking.coms, those people, they're getting your commission. It's already in there, but since you're not a travel agent, you're not getting it. And I was like, hold up. So what you trying to tell me that since 2009, since I was booking my own travel, and I didn't need no stinking travel agent, that there was a commission already there, and had I been a travel agent, I would have been paid for it? Pretty much, yeah. That's it, in a nutshell. So now that you know this, keep that in mind. When the next time you book your own travel, you be like, oh, wait a minute. She said there's a commission in there. Hello, Denise. That's my super bad all day long director, y'all. Look, director goals. She got over 175 people on her team, and she finds time for all of them. Every time I call her for a 2-minute talk, I don't think we've ever had a 2-minute talk, because she gives me exactly what I need. But I digress. She's awesome. Okay? All right. So you're gonna think about that, okay? Next time you book it, because I'm gonna tell you, this is what I envision happens when we book travel and we're not travel agents. Now that I know what I know, right? We get on the computer. We got 16 tabs open. We're looking at all kind of pictures and rates and dates and everything else like that. And then we hit that submit button. Boom. Because first of all, we think we got the best rate. Bless your heart. You, as a consumer, you will never get the best rate. No, you will always get just the consumer rate. As a travel agent, me, travel agent, I'm getting the real rate, the merchant rate. So we don't travel the same, okay? But this is what happens when you press submit. I envision this in my head happening. There's a nice little blurb on the screen that says, congratulations, you have successfully booked your trip. We can't wait to see you. But had you been a travel agent, you would have received XXXX. But since you're not, don't worry about it. We gave it to the third party. Have a great day, and we can't wait to see you. That's what I envision when we press it as John Q. Public, as the consumer who's doing that, right? Because we're not going to get the commission. You're not. You're just not. Okay, and even if you say, well, you know what, I go directly to Carnival, I don't book through those third parties. Well, guess what? Carnival's got their hand in their pocket as they see you booking, okay? Because somebody at Carnival is watching you book it, right? And as soon as you hit submit, boom, they go, hey, was that a travel agent? No, it wasn't. Oh, no worries. They take their hand out their pocket and they keep going because you're not getting that money neither. What I'm saying is, you are doing all this booking and planning and putting these trips together and submitting and everything else like that, and somebody else is getting the money that was already in there because they're travel agents and you're not. I know. But hey, that's why I'm here, right? To give you that information and to tell you when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, you'll learn all that and then some, right? So that you can make an informed decision about starting your business and joining my team. Make sense? Okay, cool. Now, since y'all don't have any questions down there right now, maybe y'all typing a little slow, maybe nails a little bit too long, because I know mine's are. They need to be done. I might get them done tomorrow, to be quite honest. I might. In any case, I got questions and answers too. And just like, Steve Rogers, Captain America in the first Avenger movie, yes, I am a Marvel fan. Y'all know that scene where he's in the alley and he is getting skippity-papped, mollywopped, if you will, by somebody who's bigger, taller, stronger, right? But he's like this. The guy says, you just never go. He goes, I could do this all day. When it comes to me and my travel business and sharing that opportunity with someone else so that it can make a difference in their lives like it does for me, oh, I could do this all day. Okay? So there, we have it. So while y'all getting y'all questions and stuff together, let me go to mine. All right. Now, I told you that travel agents get paid by commission, right? That's something I found out. After I found out that there's a commission attached to everything, even sporting event tickets, concert tickets, comedy show tickets, all of that. The excursions on your cruise, yeah, they commission. Travel insurance, yeah. And we don't tell you that because I'm trying to get a commission off the travel insurance. I tell you that because you need travel insurance, because the one day that you just decline it will be the same trip that you're going to need it on. I'm just saying. But there's a commission attached to that, right? So when you're booking all your travel, you're like, okay, that travel protection. Look, think twice if you want to. All right? I'm just saying. But there's a commission attached to everything travel related. All right? Okay, we did make it to a whole 1,000. So let's just double tap that screen. Boop, 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 because the goal is 10,000 likes before I can give away my travel gift vouchers, okay? And I do. Every time I go live and we hit 10K, I give away a travel getaway. But we got to get to 10K. And then anybody who's in the sound of my voice, and like I said, my pretty face, okay, right, will be able to go in my inbox. Make sure you're following me so you can find me, okay? And then type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address so that I can get that voucher out to you. We good? Okay? All right, great. Now, like I said, travel agents get paid by commission. And I've had people ask me, well, how much commission do I get? Well, good Lord. Okay. Look, I felt that in my spirit. All right. Well, when you go to Travel Agent Workshop, they're going to explain all of that. But since you asked ever so nicely, I will tell you. All right. Commissions, when you start your business and join my team, right, under our host agency, when you walk through the door, right, you get a commission split of 70. There's a commission split of 70-30. You get 70% of the commissions on everything you book. Everything you book, you're going to get 70% of that commission. And you have the opportunity to bump it up to 80%. All you got to do is make over $5,000 in a year in commissions. And yes, it's quite possible. Put a pin in it. We're coming back to that. Okay? All right? Yeah. But that 70% is what you get walking through the door. No, you ain't got to wait till you book so much travel. No, you ain't got to wait so many days before you get it. No. Coming through the door, you get 70% of the commission on everything you book. Right? Okay. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not going to worry about it. Any case, right? My nose is just fiddly, right? So you get paid by commission. Okay? Now, some people might be like, that sounds good. It really do. But you know what? I think that's a scam. You're just trying to get my money. I actually had somebody tell me that I was a scammer, and because I say the same thing in all of my lives, I'm just trying to get people's money, that I need to stop it. What the lies you tell. No, what I repeat over and over again, if you come to my lives like that, and that's giving stalker vibes, but okay. All right, are facts. They are facts, okay? All right, so they can just walk on the sidewalk with glass. But no, it's not a scam. Let me tell you something about my host agency, which you can find out more if you go to travelagentworkshop.com and use my code T95602. But what you're going to find out when you go in is that my host agency is FTC compliant. You know, the Federal Trade Commission. We ain't going out doing this all willy-nilly. All right, we're not doing that. We are also at the top of the chain, according to the Better Business Bureau, when it comes to travel. We answer to the IRS every year. Okay, all right. We received the Magellan Award. Now I had to find out what that was, but it was like the Grammys or the Oscars of travel. You know, I want to thank everyone for this award. I love travel. I do. It's amazing. And I'm so glad to be a part of this. Thank you. Thank you. That part. We have received the Magellan Award numerous times, 3 times alone last year. All right. Scammers. Ooh, really? What? No. Plus, there are 135 or over 135,000 active agents. Okay. Servicing over 20 countries around the world. The world. All right. And my favorite, we are the original home-based travel agency. Oh, there's some out there, y'all. I did my research, okay? But we are the original home-based travel agency. And there's some like us, but they're not like us. They trying so hard, but they're not like us. Bless their heart. But they're not like us. So, and who got time for scamming? Okay, y'all see this cute little shirt? Yeah, they don't make these in prison. And I don't look good. Well, I do look good in orange. But I'm not trying to wear an orange jumpsuit for a flight, for a hotel, for a cruise. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I know if you say it sounds too good to be true, it's not. No, it's good because it is true. It's true because it is good. However way you want to say it, there is no scam. I get it. I get the fears, but no, we don't do that around here. Okay? All right. If you guys are just coming in, my name is Tracy. I am an independent travel agent, which means I make money when I book travel. That's my job as a travel agent. I sell recess. I sell the world. Okay. I'm also a travel marketing rep, which means I sell the business of travel. I'm sharing the information with y'all so that when you are ready to jump that broom boop, boop, to the other side and start your travel business, I'm there with you. So you can start your business and join my team. Okay. All right, both of those together give me the opportunity to make up to 8 streams of income. And apparently, because I do track the numbers, but my director, she lets me know, you know what I'm saying? I'm already knocking on the door of 7 of them. I'm already building a team of amazing men and women who are also joining me on the money-making side of travel, who have learned the value of travel, who has realized that they've been booking all their travel, doing it themselves because they don't need a stinking travel agent, and they were not getting paid for it. Yeah, that part. And I'm looking to change the lives of another 100 more. Yes, I've got goals. 100 more people. You're already doing it. You might as well get paid for it. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And we're doing a Q&A. So if you got questions, I got answers. All you got to do is put them right down there in the chat or go in my inbox if you don't want nobody to know that you looking into this. I don't know why, but you can go ahead in my inbox and ask your question. I will answer it. Okay? So in the meantime, while y'all getting your questions together, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the ones that I know people ask me frequently, like when we're doing the lives or in the inboxes or when I'm talking to people out. Yes, I do actually talk to people outside my house. Okay? Someone asked me, and I put this at the top, right? Because it always cracks me up. Someone asked me, can you make money in this business? Well, why would I be doing it? I mean, think of it like this. If you were in that 85%, and you were doing it anyway for free because you don't need a travel agent and you weren't getting paid for it, as a travel agent, I left the club, so now I'm getting paid for it, right? So if I make $1, it's going to be $1 more than the ones who are sitting there doing this and getting nothing. Okay. But yes, you can make money in this business. And just so you know, as an example, about a month ago, maybe under a month ago, there was a woman, her name is Monica. She's in the business. She is riding around in her 2025 Platinum Highlander that she got from the commissions she made after she booked 85 cabins on an Alaskan cruise as a travel agent. Yeah, the commissions from that alone allow her to walk onto the lot, pay cash for her 2025 Platinum Highlander. She sent us pictures. She showed us. It's pretty. It's pretty. Yeah, right? That's a lot of money. And she did that with one trip. So yes, you can make money in this business. All right. Just the other night, today is what, Friday? I think it was Monday night, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I was on a webinar, and another director who was at a destination wedding that she helped put together and everything as a travel agent, she made a $10,000 commission. It is quite possible to make these large commissions. I'm not guaranteeing, but it's definitely quite possible. Think group trips. Think your church social that wants to go from Michigan to Florida. Right? Think about the sorority sisters, the brothers, the frats, all that, the group trips. Yes, you can make money in this business, and you can do it as a travel agent. Okay. Just thought I'd tell y'all that. Now, when you ask me, can you make money in this business? Yes, you can. But there are things you need to do. Okay, and the people that I'm looking to change the lives of, the people I would love to have on my team, they need to be doing this too. They need to be self-sufficient, motivated, ambitious, and coachable. If you are self-sufficient, motivated, ambitious, and coachable, then you can be successful in your business. And it's just that easy. Well, I don't want to say easy. It's just that simple. Because it's travel, y'all. You're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. Now, recently, I've had people ask me personally, what you say, how much have you made since you started your business? Okay, I get it. First of all, rude. Okay? All right? But I get it. But you can't be going around telling people what you get, right? First of all, y'all can't spend my money. Second of all, no. At work, you couldn't do that. How much was your bonus? How much is your check? How much did you get paid? You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. But what I will tell you is this, because I told you that we get paid by commission. Travel agents get paid by commission off of everything that they book, okay? All right? And that there are travel agent rates, so you save money on your travel. What I didn't tell you is the other side of my business is as a travel marketing rep, where my job is to sell the business of travel. And every time somebody says, hey, I'm already there, what do I need to do? Start my business, join your team, and they do so, I get a direct sales commission off of that. Okay? All right? Now, keeping that in mind, while I can't give you the exact number of what I've made since I started in January, but I have been paid every week, each week, every week since April 6th. Every week. There have been some weeks that I've been paid twice. Next week, I believe that's another week where I'm going to be paid twice. Because as a marketing rep, there's a door, the door to several streams of income are now open to me, right? As I help others start their businesses as travel agents, reps, or both. Okay? And the money I invested to start my business, I've already gotten that back 3 times over, y'all. That ain't no flex. That ain't no brag. That's just the truth. Okay? That's just my truth. Okay? So can you make money in this business? Yes. Yes, you can. There is a money-making side of travel. Just so you know. You were already doing it. You might as well get paid for it. That's all I'm going to say. It is a business, so what I'm going to tell you is that it's a business. What it is not a timeshare. It is not a travel discount club. It's a business, okay? A real live business, okay? Right? So what you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you start your business, join my team, slap a name tag on, says, hey, I'm a travel agent, and do nothing other than that, guess what you're going to get out of it? Nothing. As with any business, you're going to have to put some work into it. It's simple. I want to say easy, but it's simple. Okay? Because it's travel. 85% of us are doing it anyway. but we're not getting paid for it. No, y'all not getting paid for it. Okay, I came out the club. I'm gonna give you a T-shirt that says I left the 85% club. Yeah, yeah. The back one will say on the back will say ask me how. Right? I really want to make one of those. I really do. Right? So you can make money in this business. What you put into your business is what you're going to get out of it. Okay? All right. All right, let me see. Thank you, Sherlock, for the it sounds Sherlock. For the follow. I'm gonna follow you right back. Boop. That's that. All right. Again, my name is Tracy and I'm talking about travel. All things travel on this hot but beautiful 4th of July weekend. Okay? So if you've got questions, I've got answers. All you got to do is put them in the chat below. And I will answer your questions. And when we hit 10K, 10,000 likes, I'm giving away a travel voucher. But we're not going to do that if y'all don't double tap the screen. Double tap. Boop, 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 boop. Double tap the screen and share the live. Because I want to know who you know. Because I know we don't know the same people. I mean, because where y'all at? Somebody, a couple of y'all, if you feel like it, tell me where you're watching this live from. I'm here in Maryland, but y'all tell me where you're watching this live from. And be sure to share the live with your friends, everybody. Because, like I said, I want to know who you know. I really do. I want to know who you know. Okay? Let's see what else I want to say. Oh. I almost lost my train of thought. What time is it? I'm good because I was like hungry. You're in Cali? Hey, I got a team member out in Cali. I think I got a couple people out there in Cali. Cali. Yeah, I got let's see who's out there in Cali. Anna is there in Cali. And I do believe there's one other person. Janet's in Cali as well. Yeah, I got a couple people out there in Cali. That just goes to show you can do this business anywhere, right? You ain't got to be right next door to me to be in this business. But could y'all go ahead and double tap that screen? Because me and that 1.0, just do it like this. Boop, 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 boop. So we get to 10K. Joni Duke. Thank you, Joni, for answering that question too, by the way. Former travel agent, always looking to get back into it. Well, this is a great way to do it, Joni. Your first step would be to go to travelagentworkshop.com. Because you already got that experience to a certain extent. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. Find out what I already know about the business, right? And start your business and join my team. It's as simple as that for me, right? Find out what I already know, right? I love working with former travel agents. I do. Because I've got over like 21 people on my team, and at least 4 of them are like, well, I've already been in the business. I've done this. And they're doing spectacularly well. Right? Alicia, who's on my team, Alicia Travel Kelly, she got her first team member the other day, y'all. She sure did. I was so excited. I was so excited for her. And I got, well, most of the people on my team, because like I said, I'm looking for the self-sufficient, the ambitious, the motivated, and the coachable. And if you're all 4 of those, you can't help but be successful in this business. Right? All right? So, Joni, I would love for you to go to travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget my code, TNIGHT5602. Joni says, where does the client base come from? Now, that's a good question, and thank you for that. What I usually tell people is, first of all, start with your family, your friends, your supporters, because I can guarantee you that half of them, if not more than half of them, are with you every time you move. Every time you move, just like that. Every time you move, they move with you. They're on that cruise. They're on that trip. They're on the bus, the plane. They're with you. Start with them. Because when you tell them, Joni, that you're back in your travel agent business, this is what they hear. Want. Travel agent, want, hookup. So now they're going to travel with you. They're going to have you book their travel because they'll be like, Joni got the hookup. Right? So then when they tell 2 friends, because they're going to tell somebody else, right? Start there. Plus, there are a lot of different traditional ways that you can start your business, promote yourself, get your client base up, build your team with, right? And when you start your business and join my team, the training is there. There's a training for that. And I like social media, so I like automation. I like the fact that I can schedule stuff and have it happen in my sleep. Wake up and find out somebody's joined the team, or somebody has booked some travel or something like that. I love social media, which is why I am here. and here. Right? Okay. So I hope that helped. Take it out. Definitely. You know what, Joni, because I'm gonna write your name down too. Make sure you're following me, Joni, so that you can find me and we stay connected, okay? Hey, Sinedra. Y'all see Sinedra say hello to everybody. Y'all say hello to Sinedra. Thank you for the heart, me sweetheart. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got that down. I got you, Joni. But yes, please go to travelagentworkshop.com. Get that information because I want you to make an informed decision about starting your business and joining my team. Okay? She says, yes, thank you. Okay, will do. Awesome. I see the follow, Joni. I'm going to follow you right back. All right, cool. It's private, so you'll have to accept my follow when you get a chance. But thank you for following me. I appreciate you. All right? All right, so... And while she was asking about that, let me clarify something. When people say, well, what do I do? Well, I don't know if I know how to be a travel agent. Psych, yeah, you do. Because if you have ever booked a hotel, if you've ever booked a flight, if you've ever booked a cruise or an all-inclusive resort, you've been on the beach, you had to get there somehow, right? Then you were already doing the job of a travel agent. You just weren't getting paid for it. Because remember, there is a commission attached to everything in travel, right? You just weren't getting paid for it. You doing all that clickety clacking, 16 tabs open. Yeah, you were just doing it on your own. All right. Oh, we achieved my live goal. So I guess I got what the roses, I guess. Yay! That's awesome. Thank you for the roses, Sinedra. Appreciate you, right? So, yeah. You were doing it anyway because there's no experience required, right? You don't have to have a license to be an agent on my team. You don't have to have an LLC to be an agent on my team. You don't need to go take out a student loan, go to school, study hospitality to be an agent on my team. Nor do you have to have 100,000 pages in your passport book and have traveled around the world in 80 days to be an agent on my team. Everything you think you don't know, there's a training for that. You will have access when you start your business and join my team. You're going to have access to not only moi, okay, because you will get my for real cell phone number. You'll also have access to my calendar and some unlimited one-on-one training. So if we're doing this every day, we're doing this every day, okay? You'll also get access to our private Facebook chat and our private Facebook group with decades of experience in there. You could ask a question. I'm telling you, somebody in there has been there, done that, got the gold coffee mug. Thank you, Kiera. Appreciate you. Right? Right? You get all of that and so much more. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. They're going to tell you, because there's some things I really can't say because, I'm trying to stay compliant, right? But whatever it is I can't say, you'll find it all in travelagentworkshop.com. Just don't forget the code T95602. All right? Okay, so you don't need any experience. You don't need any special licenses to be an agent on my team. All you really need is to be 18 years of age and a credit card or a form of payment to start your business. That's it. All right. And before you said 18 years of age, is she 19 now and a millionaire? Plus there's a 24-year-old millionaire in the travel industry, y'all. Very. Kiara says it's easy. Yes. Easy. Simple. Because chances are you were already doing it anyway. You just weren't going to be paid for it. And I'm going to keep telling you that because that is the basis of the whole thing. You're doing it anyway. Somebody was preparing to hit that final submit button on their trip before they got to this live. And now they're going, wait a minute now. Wait, what? Because if you just want to be a travel agent just for yourself, you can do that. If you only want to book travel for just you, how you say, me, myself, and I, and your family, and some of your friends, because maybe you don't like all your friends like that. Okay? Yeah, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Because even for yourself, you're going to make the commission off that trip. Kiara says to be able to make unlimited money in $1 trillion industry. She said it, trillion with a T. Right? It's just that simple. It is. I don't regret the fact that I was booking all my travel from 2009 until now. That's 16 years of income I didn't get. But I know better now. And they say when you know better, you do better. So I book nothing without being into travel agent mode, right? I'm going back and forth to North Carolina this summer because I got a new glam baby and there was other things that were going on, right? I booked all my hotels as a travel agent, getting a commission. I booked my ground transportation because I chose not to drive, getting a commission. Right, to do something I was going to do anyway, but now I'm being paid for it, right? That's really all I'm trying to get across to y'all. All right. If you're just coming in, because look, we bumped up the little. Look, I'm just trying to give away vouchers, okay? So if y'all want a voucher, double tap, boop, 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 because that's my gift to you for saying thank you for hanging out with me and everything else like that. But we got to get to 10K, and when we get to 10K, all you gotta do is go in my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address, and I'm gonna send you the voucher. Like I said, I think it is still the 5-day, 4-night luxury cruise for 2, or did I change it to the Cancun one? I don't know, but it's free for you. All you do is pay taxes and fees. How about that? Okay, just so you know. So while you guys are getting your other questions together, because if you don't throw any questions down there, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk. Side note, I actually got on the computer, on my phone at 12:30 last night, because something hit my spirit, and I had to ask the question. I had to ask, okay, well, I've asked the question before, but last night I went live with the question. And the question kind of was like, if you knew that you could save money when you book your travel, would you want to know how? And I was thinking, but maybe that's not the question to ask. Maybe they need to know why I started this business on the real. And it was still on the real because I tell you every day, right? I started this business, number one, because I do love to travel. And I was on the cusp of retirement. So I was planning to do a lot of travel anyway. But what really got me, to be quite honest, because I knew I was going to be booking my travel, but to find out that I could do the exact same thing that I had been doing for the last 16 years for me, myself, my and I say me, myself, as if we're 2 people. We're not. Maybe like 6. But the family, the hubs, the best friends, all of that, I could get paid for it? Oh, say less. Because I'm not doing anything extra. And I have managed to fit this business into my life, which leads me to the next question that people tend to ask me. They want to know, can I do this with a full-time job? And the answer is yes. I told y'all earlier, there are 135,000 active agents, okay? Servicing over 20 countries around the world, right? Most of them have full-time jobs. Sinedra C. 21 says yes, absolutely. Right? Sinedra, I believe, is a stay-at-home mom, but look, from the date of conception, that is a whole job all by itself, okay? And we ain't getting that conversation. But yes, we got people who are working she's working right now, all day long. We got truck drivers, and I mean 18-wheelers who are successfully working their business. We got court stenographers who are hearing the most god-awful things on a regular basis when she steps in that courtroom. She still finds time every day to work her business, right? There is a financial analyst. She worked from 7 to 4, working the numbers, and then 4 to whenever she feels like she wants to stop. Okay? She is working her business. I myself started as a full-time government employee, waking up at 4 o'clock to get ready for an hour-and-a-half commute, work 9 hours or so, and then turn around and do another hour-and-a-half commute to come home. Full-time job. And when I started my business, I was working. But I talked to my director, my super bad all day long director. She's my mentor. She's my coach. Okay? She helped me find the pockets of time I needed to work my business. And it was as simple as this. On the train going to work. Hey girl, yeah, you said something about Barbados. I got you. Let's talk later. I'm working my business, right? While I'm on my lunch hour, chewing up my sandwich. I only got 30 minutes, but I'm also deciding what I'm going to post on social media. Oh, I know. I'm going to post the pictures from last year's cruise, all that yummy food, and then say something about I can't wait to see what this year's menus are going to look like. When I go on this year's cruise, have you cruised yet? Or something like that, right? 15, maybe 20 minutes while I'm eating lunch, working my business. And on my way home, I may put my earplugs in and read the latest that we're reading for professional development, which is making me a better businesswoman. And I'm working my business. Okay? All right. So it's quite possible to do this with a full-time job, because what I'm not telling you to do, you ain't gonna hear it come out. Oh, you need to start your travel business and quit that other job. No sir, no sir, no ma'am, no ham. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. Okay. Now my director, she's been doing this since 2007. She ain't had no job since then. She's been working her business successfully since 2017. Okay. She gets paid 8 times a month. Unless your job, okay, is paying you 8, okay, I'm not telling you to quit your job, because some of us are not close to retirement. Some of us are actually doing jobs that we love, that we dreamed of being. And I say keep it, right? If you ever get to the point where your travel business is making more than your job, okay? All right, I'm still not telling you to quit your job. I'm just telling you got decisions. You got choices to make. You can either continue to do both, or you can donate your job back to the economy. It's up to you. All right? I am not saying quit your job. Not at all. Okay? I'm just saying. You ever get to that point, you know what to do. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't even have to. All right. Are y'all tapping the screen? No. Look, don't you love it when you ask a question and you answer before anybody can say anything? Double tap the screen so that I can give away travel vouchers when we get to 10K. Okay? All right? I promise you I will. I always do when I go live. When we get to 10K, I drop the vouchers. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So, let me see what we're talking now. Oh, they want to know what the training is like. The training are videos. They're start and stop videos. They're at your pace videos. Okay? So, what's not going to happen when you start your business and join my team? Look, I will be your coach. I will be your mentor. I will be your business partner, right? But what I'm not going to be is your taskmaster. I don't do that micromanaging thing. I'm not going to be your boss, and I'm not going to be your mom. I don't do that. So you will never see me or hear me. What are you doing today? Have you booked anything this week? Have you talked to anybody today? Are you still doing the training? No. We don't do that, because we all grown folks up in this club. Okay, we all grown folks. Now I'm here for you, because when you start your business, you're starting your business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. Okay, never ever. And when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, you'll see the support, the love, and everything else that you're going to get when you start your business and join my team. All right, and part of that is that community of support and mentorship that you'll get from me and all the other. How many? God knows how many people are in Team Relentless. Okay. But we're there for you every step of the way. What we're not going to do is let you pay your money and say, hey, you're a travel agent on my team, and then leave you in the desert like Halle Berry did John Wick. I can't think of what her name was in the movie, as I call it by character. But she left John Wick in the middle of the desert with her backwash water. No, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. I'm going to be there when you think you don't need me, okay? I got people on my team I spoke on to once. That's when they started, and they're still successfully working their business. And again, I'm looking to change the lives of 100 people. I'm a fifth of the way there. All right. Change the life just like it's changed for me. All right. So there's that. But if, look, realistically, you really only need, I'll say, 5 hours a week to work your business. A week. Okay. And like I said, as your coach and your mentor, I'll help you find those pockets of time. But did you know that 6.5 hours every day are spent by average adults in front of a device, whether it's their phone, their iPad, their laptop, the TV? I might be guilty of the TV part. Not for 6.5 hours, but I watch a fair bit of TV after about 1, maybe 2 in the morning until it starts watching me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I think even at a full-time job where people using 6.5 hours of the day in front of their phones, because they're probably playing a game, watching a video, or even watching a movie on their phone, which boggles my mind. Okay? All right? But yeah, I can help you find those pockets of time, right? But if you are that time broke, If you say, well, nope, ain't got no time, none of that, I am going to ask you to take a nap because I'm exhausted for you. I'm way tired for you, right? But you can start your business and have it and work it while you're doing a full-time job. It is, because it's travel, y'all. It's simple. Okay, I'll say 8, 9 times out of 10, most of us are booking our travel while we're at work anyway. I won't tell nobody. I won't tell nobody. Right? So yeah, you can find time to work this business. If you can do it for you, you can do it for somebody else. All right, there you go. All right, so I'm going to tell you a couple of other things if you guys don't have any other questions before I get to what I call the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. My name is Tracy. I am a travel professional. I have 2 businesses in travel, right? I am an independent travel agent. And I'm going to break that down for you. As an independent travel agent, right, my job is to sell travel. Right? My product is travel. I ain't got it on the shelf. I don't keep it in a box or nothing like that. My product is travel. If you want to go to the Great Wall of China, let's go to the Great Wall of China. If you want to go to Montana, we're going to Montana. You want to go to Denver because you want to do some skiing? Let's go to Denver. I can't ski, so I watch. But I can get you there, get you to Paris, Dubai, Jamaica, the Bahamas. I can get you there. My job as a travel agent is to sell travel. Okay, I sell recess. I sell the world. Okay, all right. But that is my one stream of income. Right? Because I'm going to get the commission off of everything I book. But we like to call it that later money, because you could call me up today and say, Tracy, I want to go to Jamaica in September. Okay. So I'm going to book your travel, put it all together just the way you want it to go, right? And then in September, you're going to go to Jamaica. You're going to have a great time. You're going to come back. Tracy, oh my God, I had a great time. I can't wait till the next one, blah, blah, blah. I won't get my commission for that trip until probably October, maybe the beginning of November. It takes 30 to maybe 45 days to get the commission. Oh, I'm getting the commission. But they got to do all that financial thing, the accounting, make sure everything is copacetic, left, right, left. And then I'm going to get the money. That's why we call it the later money. It's that one stream of income, that passive income that only happens when you book travel. Y'all with me? Okay. My other business is I am a travel marketing rep. And my job as a travel marketing rep is to sell the business of travel. The product is the travel agent business, the ITA business, giving you the information that you need to start your own travel agency, to be your own travel agent, rather, being part of the travel business. All right. Okay. That opens up the door to 7 additional streams of income. That helps build that right now money to pay those residual bills, right? It makes that residual money to pay those residual bills, which are like your mortgage, your car note, your car insurance, the utilities. Those things happen regularly, right? And as you are selling the business of travel to other people, you also receive your direct commissions every time somebody starts their business and join your team. That's that right now money. Because if, let's just say that you join my team today, I'll get paid next week. If 3 people join my team today, I'll get paid next week. Right? So this can happen over and over and again. Remember, I told you guys, I've been paid every week since April 6th. Yeah, every week since April 6th. Sometimes twice since April 6th. It's just amazing to me every time I even think about it, right? But yes, that part. But both of those, like I said, give me the opportunity to make 8 streams of income. And let me tell you something about myself. I am an Army veteran. I'm a published author. I'm a businesswoman. What I am not is crazy. And I ain't leaving food or money on the table. So yes, I love the fact that both businesses will help me pay those residual bills, right? Help me create a legacy that I can leave behind after I am gone. In most jobs and you're gone, once the 401k runs out, the insurance runs out, that's it. Your last paycheck was your last paycheck, right? But when you start your business, right, and join my team, you have the opportunity to create a legacy. Like when I help those 100 people start their business, right? And I become a director, then that's where the legacy begins. So if something happens and God says, hey, Trees, come on, baby girl, time to go. But time to go. Okay. I don't have to worry about, oh, that's it. They're not going, because I have built a team of over 100 people that are working their business every day. So all those checks, the eight times a month, the weekly payments and the bonuses, all of that, that's still going to go to my family even after I'm gone. How amazing is that? What job does that? Right? They barely mourn you before they put your job in the paper to say, okay, we need to fill this position. All right? So you can use travel as a leverage to create a legacy. You can use travel as a leverage to create that residual income for those residual bills. Right? Right? Makes sense to me. It does. So those are the two businesses that I have. Right? I just wanted you to make sure. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need a sip of water for this one. Woo! Hold on, y'all. Okay, I just want to see something. Anyway, y'all heard me say that as a travel marketing rep, my job is to sell the business of travel, right? Somebody said it. I heard it. I heard it. Somebody said, well, I'm not a salesperson. I can't be selling that. Neither am I. I'm not a salesperson either. I have never liked retail. No offense to those who do it. It's just not a Tracy thing, right? But no. But you know what? You're a salesperson almost every day. Every time you refer somebody to somewhere, you're selling it. Like if you tell somebody about this favorite restaurant you have and how good the oxtails is. I've never had oxtails, to be quite honest, but I hear they're delicious. Every time you tell somebody about it and they go to the restaurant and they try those oxtails, they pay the restaurant. They don't pay you. You just sold that restaurant to them people. When somebody says, well, I like your nails, and you tell them where you got your nails done, they go rushing over to the nail bar, to your tech that you suggested, get their nails done, and they pay the nail bar and the tech. They don't pay you. You don't get no money for that. You just sold that nail salon, that restaurant, that department store that got that cute little blouse that you were wearing. All of that. You do it every day. You just don't see it as selling. You're referring and you're selling to other people, other things that they have nothing to do with you, and you're not getting paid for it. Again, you're doing it and you're not getting paid for it. Okay? But when you start your business and join my team, right? You are telling other people what they need to know. You are sharing the information with other people so they can be their own travel agents, so they can have their own travel business, right? So they can do exactly what they've been doing before and now get paid for it. Okay? All right? Are y'all sharing the live? Are y'all double Okay. I ain't gonna keep asking. Y'all don't want no travel voucher? You don't gotta have no travel voucher. Okay? All right. Again, before I get into this, my name is Tracy. I am a travel professional. I will never pay more for travel than I ever need to again. Look, we don't travel the same. You as a consumer, we could be sitting right next to each other, booking a trip to Bahamas. Yeah, we're going to be on the same flight, in the same hotel, on the same beach, close enough to share a beach umbrella. Right? And what you came up with was the consumer rate. It is never the best rate. I don't care what they tell you. You will never get the best rate. You will always get the consumer rate. I, as a travel agent, will get the real rate, the right rate, okay? The merchant rate, all right? We don't travel the same. We don't travel the same at all, okay? Just wanted you to know that, okay? All right. And we are talking all things travel, doing a Q&A. If you got questions, I've got answers, right? And I'm also asking you guys to double tap that screen because I'm a giver. And I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. But I want us to get to 10K. And when we do, I'm giving away a travel voucher for free. But we got to get to 10K. Tap, tap, tap. Double tap that screen, right? And share the live. Go ahead. I double dog dare you. Anyway, that's what, and so we're talking all things travel. So if you've got questions, go ahead and ask them. That's what I'm here for, right? But I'm about to jump into what I call the meat and potatoes of it all right? Now, one of the main questions people will ask me is, how much does this cost? Okay. Now, I could say, go straight to travelagentworkshop.com, right? Use my code T95602. They're going to tell you exactly how much this costs, what you're going to get for it, how does it work, all of that. right? But I kind of like to make a point with it because I know, right? Okay. So when you say, well, how much does it cost to start your business? When you want to start your business and join my team, it's going to cost $199.90. That's going to be for 2 businesses. You're going to have 2 back offices. You're going to have to keep track of your commissions, your people on your team, your clients, letting them know about the hottest deals in travel so they can get ready to book with who? You. Resources, training, and so much more. You'll find out all about that in travelagentworkshop.com. But it's a one-time fee of $199.90. One time. You're not going to pay it next month. You're not going to pay it next quarter. You're not going to pay it next year. You could be in business for 7 years. You will only have paid it one time. Okay? The monthly to maintain all of that, right? Because you get a website, there's resources, there's training. There's a lot that you're going to get, right? Somebody's got to take care of it. That monthly is $59.90. Right? Right? But check this out. That $59.90 will not be charged until the 31st day. Why? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Because the $199.90 for 2 businesses, remember, 2 businesses, one time. Thank you, Miss Deneen. Thank you, Coach. You are awesome. One time. And she should know. She's been in this business since 2017. I'm pretty sure she only paid it one time. Okay. Comes at a 30-day money back guarantee. 30-day money back guarantee. So you get to play with your business for 30 days. And within that 30 days, you figure, you know what? This is not me. Not feeling it. Buyer's remorse, however you want to do it. You say, not me. Get on your little computer, your iPad, your laptop, wherever. Send them an email. You want to have it in writing, so send them an email. Say, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this, right? You ain't even got to tell them why. You just tell them, I don't want to do this. I want my money back. They're going to be like, okay. They're not going to call you. They're not going to say, oh, come on now. Really? Why? Come on. Give us a chance. No, they're not going to do that. They're just going to refund the fees that you paid to get started. The $199.90. Right? Now, I know somebody over there still trying to catch their breath. Somebody is like, I know she did. I know she didn't say $199. Who gonna be spending $200? I know. I heard you, and I understand. Everybody can't go into the mom pocket and pull out $199.90. But work with me on this one, okay? Because look, we, and I say we because I'm a we, okay? We do this on the regular. We spend money daily, and we have nothing to show for it. No, we don't. Then you wonder, didn't I have? Yeah, it's gone. For me, my husband and I, when we go on date night, and I mean date night, not the whole, what you doing for dinner? What we eating? I don't know. What you want? What you want? No, not that, because that way we just end up at Applebee's, Outback, Olive Garden, or the Curry Out. If you're from this area, you already know the Curry Out. Okay? But when we do date night, that's going to include food, music, something else that we're going to be spending money on, right? And I like my steaks to stick. Okay? My husband likes lobster and expensive seafood. Okay? All right? He does. So when we go out to eat, we spend upwards of $199.90 alone on dinner before tip. Okay? We have a good time. The food was delicious, but we are never going to see that food again, because at least not the way it was on the plate. Okay? But we're never going to see it again. It's gone. We have nothing to show for it. Other than, oh, it was good. It was good. Right. If you've ever been in a wedding as a bridesmaid or a matron of honor, you know you got to buy the dress, the shoes, get the hair, the nails, the makeup, or a tux, whatever, right? All of that. And if they have a destination wedding, right? Oh, you've already spent more than $199.90. But you know what? You don't regret it, because that's your girl, your guy, your friend. They're in love. They've met their person. You're happy for them. But when they go off on that honeymoon, right? You go home, you take off that dress or that tux, you put it in the back of the closet, never to see it again, because you will not wear it in your circle, because they'll always know that's the dress she wore to the wedding. Girl, you look great. It's the dress she wore to the wedding. So you're not going to wear it again. You have nothing to show for it. Okay? I tell you this because when you start your business and join my team, the money that you invest to start your business is going to come back to you over and over and over and over again. Remember, you have the opportunity to make 8 streams of income. That right now money or that later money. You'll change the lives of other people who start their business with you. Okay? Right? Using travel as a leverage to do so. Right? Make sense? Besides, you were doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. Remember, the commission is already there, right? Maybe you didn't know it, but now having been here, you can't say, well, I didn't know that because I just told you. There's a commission attached to everything in travel, and you, as John Q. Public, booking your own travel, because you don't need no stinking travel agent. And you're right, you need to be your own travel agent so that you can get your money. You are leaving your money on the table. You are giving your money to the third parties. You are letting the providers keep that money. That's y'all got money like that. Okay, unless you can look me in all four of my eyeballs and tell me, oh, you know what, I ain't gonna worry about it because I don't need that extra money. Really now? Okay. Words would never leave my mouth like that. Okay, do you know how rich people stay rich? Because they continue to they don't leave money on the table either. I'm just saying, right? Okay, so for both of those businesses, you'll pay the one-time fee of $199.90. It's under a 30-day money-back guarantee. All right. Now, if you're somebody who's like Tracy, because Tracy did this, she did. When I was doing my research and I came into the live of Miss Deneen and I was listening, I was like, okay, all right, I like this thing. And look, I was back and forth because I was actually watching her on my phone. My computer, I had the workshop on, and I was cooking chicken in the kitchen. So I was all over the place, right? So I was stopping and pausing and everything, right? I knew I was going to be a travel agent, and I had all the information that I needed, right? Okay? Cool. I connected with Miss Deneen, okay? And it's so funny because we FaceTimed, right? And I told her, look, I was on your live. I saw all of that, and I'm ready to go ahead and get this started. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't interested in that whole team building thing and building all that. I just want to be a travel agent. I just want to do what I was already doing anyway. Book travel and get paid for it. That's it. That's all. Period. Those were my exact words, y'all. And I didn't say it disrespectfully. I did have a whole little chest poked out, right? Period. That's all I want to do. She said, okay, sugar. Because she had already told me what I needed to know. It was my choice to decide. I just wanted to be a travel agent. Y'all, I didn't make it 30 days. I don't think I made it 2 weeks, to be quite honest. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm leaving money on the table. Because then I found out that, as a travel agent, I got that one stream of income. But if I add the marketing side, which was only $20 more, 7 more streams of income. I know y'all heard me say I don't leave food and or money on the table. I was burning her phone up, blowing her phone up while she was doing a live. I wanted to know what I need to do to make sure I got this. I want to make sure I got both the business. I was asking other team members, and they was trying to walk me through it. I eventually called them and said, look, I want to do this. And they told me, Miss Knight, you already have both. I was like, thank you. Okay. I would say I would be embarrassed, but since I don't do that embarrassed thing, my grandma said a long time ago, embarrassment is only a word in the dictionary. Only you give it power. I don't got that time. It's my power. I'm not giving it away. So I didn't get embarrassed. I was actually relieved because I was like ready to get this thing started. Okay. And I'm so glad I did, because now not only am I making money when I book travel, I am making money when I sell the business of travel to others. And I have I keep putting my book away. And I have 21, 22 people on my team. Right? I'm on the money making side of travel. I'm trying to give y'all the information because you were doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it, and you might as well just join me on the money making side of travel. All you need to do is go to travelagentworkshop.com. You ain't got to take the word from me, okay? Go to travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget the code. They're going to tell you everything and more. Like I said, there were some things I can't get into because I'm trying to stay compliant, okay? But what I don't say, they can let you know in travelagentworkshop.com. Right? You have all the information you need to make an informed decision to start your business and join my team. Okay? And again, I'm looking for the self-sufficient, the motivated, the ambitious, and the coachable. Okay? All right? And how do I want to say this? Before I put any parameters on what I was looking for, I want people to know that it's not just for me. For you, it's not just for me, but if you are self-sufficient, motivated, ambitious, and coachable, it is for you. Those people are a success at what they do. And in this business, being self-sufficient, coachable, motivated, and ambitious will pretty much guarantee that you're going to be successful in your travel business. It's just, it is what it is. Okay? It's the truth. All right? Now, when I told her I just wanted to be a travel agent, that's it, that's all. That's what I did. And I signed it up for $179.95. So if you just want to be a travel agent and that's it and that's all, period, it's $179.95. And again, that is a one-time fee. It is a one-time fee. The monthly on that is $39.95. Yes, that's it. $39.95, right? And it's not going to be charged until the 31st day because of the 30-day money-back guarantee. So you get to test drive your business, book a couple of things, see how you like it, see how it fits, feels, and everything, right? And if you decide, nope, it doesn't, I don't know what I was thinking, I don't want to do this, they're going to give you your money back. No questions asked, right? That's another one of the risk-free guarantees. So I'm asking, where's the risk? Okay, you ain't seeing it either. Me neither. I don't see it either, right? But here's my favorite guarantee of them all. Not to mention we do have a price match, right? Which means we'll meet, beat, greet yours. Because like if you say, well, Tracy, I want to go to the Bahamas, and I said, okay, cool. Let me get that together. And then you say, well, I found it for 28, and I was like, ooh, but I found it for 29. Okay. I tell you what, screenshot me what you got, and if it's the same thing, apples to apples. I mean, we're on the same flight, we're in the same hotel, we're sitting in the same, car, plane, all of that. Then I'd say, you know what? I can give it to you for 28. Price match. This guarantees that you will never lose a client to price, to cost. Okay? That's another guarantee. But you'll learn all about the guarantees at travelagentworkshop.com. Okay? But here's my favorite, my absolute favorite. Let me sure I got it in front of me too, because it's in writing. Okay? All right. Hey, Sonia. Here it is. Let's just say, Tracy, you know what? I'm there. I was doing it anyway. I might as well get paid for it. I totally agree with you. I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited because I do love travel. I do want to be able to travel more. And who doesn't want to save money on travel? Who doesn't want to make money in travel? I'm ready. Start my business and join your team. And you do so. You get to the end of your first year, right? And you're like, okay, cool. Right? And you look and you realize that you have spent $859.35 throughout the year, keeping your doors open, keeping your business active. You talk to some people. You got a couple of people on your team. But you're like, okay, I didn't make $859.35 this year. First of all, you and I both are going to be like, but we can talk about that later. Okay? We can figure that one out later. But the company is paying attention, and they're like, I see how you was working your business, keeping it open, staying active in your business for this whole first year, and no, you didn't make the $859.35. But I get you. All right, I feel you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut you a check for the difference. First, it's like you say, I only made $400. Again, we're going to be like, what? Okay, we're going to work it out. But you said, I only made $400. The company says, I see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut you a check for $459.35. This makes you completely whole. And you have the opportunity to keep your business. So they just made you whole and you get to keep your business. Oh, you don't believe? Okay. All right. You don't believe? It's right here. Okay. It says, if you do not earn and or save more in your first year as a travel advisor, yes, I have it memorized, that it costs you in fees paid to become said travel advisor, we will refund you the difference. So where's the risk? I mean, you're either going to try for 30 days, decide you don't like it, get your money back. Or you're going to put a good year into it, and then it's maybe still not working for you. They're going to give you the difference in what you didn't make and give it all back to you, making you whole, okay? Right? And some people say, well, why do I want to do it for a whole year? You don't have to. You can stop anytime for any reason. Nobody's going to ask you. But think about it. When Mark Zuckerberg decided to do the Book of the Faces, Do you think he did it in 30 days or even 90 days? It took a minute to become the social media platform that we know it is, right? Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, my bestie. Do you think it worked for him like that in 30 days? 60 days even? It took a while for him to get to be Amazon. You know what I mean? So if you work your business, give it the work, you put the work into it for at least a year. The company's gonna say, I see what's going on. I got you. Let me write that check. I don't know. Worked for me. Alright. Alright. So I'm getting ready to wrap this up because like I said, I am making stir fry, and I think I'm going to do a DIY of my hair. It's time for it to be retwisted. And I'm gonna do it tonight, y'all. I promise. I promise that I am. But I had to come here and let you guys know how amazing having your own travel business is. I am completely blown away every week when I get the email that says your payment has been deposited, and I'm like, what? I do a happy dance every week, all right? And like I said, the money I invested to start my business, I've already gotten it back 3 times. And that's from the marketing side. That's just from me opening my mouth, flapping my gums, telling people what they need to know about starting their travel business, being their own travel agents. They were doing it anyway. They might as well get paid for it. That's the simple part. I'm not saying, oh, you need to be a travel agent and you should be a master baker. Oh, you need to be a travel agent and learn to be a mechanic. Oh, wait, be a travel agent and be a rocket scientist. No. Be the travel agent that you said you don't need because you were doing it anyway and get paid for it. That's what I'm saying. Now, I get it. I do. It may not be for everyone. I get it. It's not. I may not be for everyone. All right. But my question is there really an issue with just going to the workshop? It's free. It's a start and stop video. Okay. It's no obligations necessary. All you gotta do is watch the video, right? Here's my thing. If you're gonna say no, you're gonna say no either way, but at least know what you're saying no to. I think it's crazy to do that. Example, I am not a fan of asparagus. Okay? And then for years, when I would see somebody eating it, or somebody say, oh, this dish comes with asparagus. Do you want to? No. Oh, you don't like asparagus? No. And when people ask me, why don't you like asparagus? The best thing I could come up with out my mouth was, it looks like a tree branch. I've never tasted it. Don't even know what it really smells like. No. My husband actually looked at me like, okay, you eat tree branches. Okay. No. But I actually tried asparagus one day because it really did look good on the plate, right? I tried it. It's still not my best vegetable, not my fave vegetable. I can't say that I actually like it. I don't hate it, okay? But it's not like I like it. But at least when somebody says, oh, you want some asparagus? No. Oh, you don't like asparagus? No. Why not? I don't like the texture. I don't like the flavor of it. Other than the way it looks, there's a couple of things about it. It's just not one of my favorite vegetables. At least I know why I don't like asparagus. So I said all of that to say, go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code. So at the very end of the day, even if you're going to say no, you know exactly what you're saying no to. Because the information that you're going to find in travelagentworkshop.com is going to give you all you need to know to make an informed decision to start your business or not and join my team. That's all I'm asking. Go to the workshop. Watch the video. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you're going to continue to, enjoy your 4th of July. It'll be getting a little dark soon. I'm going to actually be downstairs in my basement because people around here like to shoot the fireworks and the little bombs and all the stuff that's illegal. And they do it anyway. They do put on a good show because I can open my back door and see a few of those things. But I probably will be downstairs because I ain't trying to be out there in these in these streets, because people not only do fireworks, they be pew pewing, and I ain't. No, I got things to do. Okay, and I'm home alone too. Oh no, we're not doing that. So I am going to be logging off him. I do for where I am, Deneen. But there's a lot of trees here too. But if I stand in just the right place, I might drive up to the park that's near my house and maybe watch it from there. I can even walk, but it's gonna be dark, and I don't trust these folks over here. But I'm gonna see a little bit. But my best view is NBC4. I can see all of it. I can still ooh. I ain't gotta get out of my house, but I might try to see something from my yards. I got a good view. I really do. Okay, so we have talked about how travel agents get paid, how there are commissions tied into everything related to travel, how 85% of the people who are booking travel every day, and they are doing it for fun and for free. They're leaving the commissions that's already attached to travel to the third parties or the providers. They're just leaving it out there and they're not getting paid. They're doing all their work and they're not getting paid for it. Crazy, right? I know, right? There's no quotas, right? There's no quotas. You can do as little or as often, as much as you like, right? No long-term contracts. You can start this and end this anytime you want to. No questions asked. Nobody's going to call you. You can book for your clients as little or as often as you like. So if you're booking every day, or you're booking, right? And I ain't got to be hot. I got gum through though because I was hot in here. Let me show you. It got a little hot. It's like I said, no contracts. Some of us work every day. I work banker's hours, okay? I say that, but I work a few other hours throughout the day. But I'm having so much fun of it, it doesn't seem like work to me. I'm enjoying it. So it's really not work to me. I'm working my business, but I'm having a great time while I'm doing it, okay? Right? And that's even before I get the little weekly email. That part. Okay. Some people work just on the weekends because that's when their free time is, because people do have full-time jobs. Like I told you, most of us have or have had full-time jobs when we started our business. And we're still successfully working our travel business. Okay. Or they're working in those special pockets of time that if you're a full-time worker and you start your business and join my team, I, as your coach, your mentor, I'm going to help you find those pockets of time. They do exist. They do exist. Okay. So I think that's all I got for you guys. Normally, I am here Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, unless it's date night and the hubs or I are out doing something around 4 p.m. And then if that's the case, then I do it a little later, like last night at 12:30 in the morning. I was tired, but I was excited about it. That's just how I love this business. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday and Sunday, I do things on Saturdays and Sundays. And then I have other meetings and webinars or something I might want to be a part of. So whenever the spirit hits me on Saturday and Sunday, I will say it looks like for me, it's a 6, maybe 7 days a week that I'm doing live. Do you have to do it like that? No. That's a Tracy thing. Okay. All right. But you know what? There's training for that to show you how to fit your life into this. There was something I wanted to leave you with, because someone was talking about, being so busy. Oh, here we go. I wrote this down because it made so much sense to me when I first heard it. They said, hold on now. Oh, here it is. You ready? They said, director goes, hello. That's what I'm talking about. Look. That part. Okay. I learned something in one of the trainings I was in. It says, wrap training around your life, not your life around the training. So don't get so overwhelmed and so caught up in, it's like, I got to do all this, I got to do all this, I got to do all this. No, babe. You have a life. You added your travel business to your life. Work it around that, okay? Don't work your life around the training. Work your training around your life. And you'll be just fine. All right? So, again, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday and Sunday. I feel lost when I don't go live, so, but I don't have a specific time for that. And if you have any questions between now and then, please go into my inbox and ask your questions. If you're not already following me, you should be following me simply because I'm a nice person. And the information that I'm sharing is amazing. Okay? All right? All right. And don't forget, go to travelagentworkshop.com. Using my code T95602. Don't put that www in front of it. Do not put THE in front of it. Because let me look. No, it's not there. You don't need it. Okay? Type it in just the way you see it. travelagentworkshop.com with the code T95602. It is invitation only, so you're going to need the code, all right? Scroll midway down, put your first name, the email, and the code. Now, if you don't want to put your first name up in there, what I tell you? Teddybear22, all right? Email address and the code. They're going to send you an email. Watch the video. That's all you got to do. Watch the video, okay? All right, so in the meantime, in between time, and until I see you guys again, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a great 4th of July. Be blessed and know that I love you. Bye.